You too, what's going on with y'all? It's Firetra. I'm back with another video. Let's run that back. You too, what's good with y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What it is and what it ain't. It's Firetra. I'm back with another video. Today is kind of crazy. I made so many videos and I haven't made my real bread and butter video. And that's how to ethically build a real wardrobe. As y'all can see right here, as y'all know, I've been making fashion content, but what I've been doing longer than making content is buying clothes. I didn't start buying clothes to make content. Like, buying clothes has always been something that's been a part of me since the day I was born. I think it was instilled in me because my mom is into fashion, my dad is too, like my older siblings and everything. From like the time I was growing up, we used to do fashion shows in the house. We didn't have much TV or anything, so we would just try to be creative with the ways to entertain ourselves. And I remember a lot of times growing up, like, my sisters would do a fashion show and I'd be like, I could put on a nice fit, you feel me? My cousins would come over and we just mix it up. Just little shit like that. That breeded my creativity. That really drew me to my love for fashion. And I wanted to help you guys with the most important thing, which is building a wardrobe. I've made a lot of mistakes in my time trying to have a really nice closet. I used to watch all my favorite YouTubers, closet tours. Any person on the internet I had a positive inclination towards, I would watch their wardrobe if they ever had a video put out on it. And so I took all of that information gathering and learned a few things that I wanted to share with you guys that could help you guys build a wardrobe the right way. Just a disclaimer, I'm not someone with a lot of money, I'm not rich, I'm not famous, I just have a lot of clothes, which means you guys can do the same thing. I work regular 9 to 5s, I work a job, and that's how I got my closet. The one thing I will tell you guys that I have to put out before I even get into this is make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. You feel me? I'm on the road to 600 subs. So make sure you guys go drop a sub. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, all of this takes time. I did not have this wardrobe overnight. I did not buy all this stuff overnight. And that's something I'm going to touch on later in the video as well. The most important thing in buying clothes is to buy retail. If you have the opportunity to buy shoes retail, clothes retail, whether they're Hypebeast, it doesn't matter. Try to get any item for your wardrobe at base price. So for like Jordan 1s, that would be $150. For like streetwear items, your best bet is to make sure that you try your best to buy retail. If you're not buying retail, maybe go $20 to $30 above retail. That's how I started buying clothes. In 2019-ish, that's when I got like my first job. So I was getting like $300 a month. And the first thing I did was, my first ever fashion purchase is this right here. I swear to God. 2019, I think December, these shoes dropped for retail on StockX, and me and my homie was just looking for some dunks that we really wanted to buy. I think buying dunks in 2019 was a little bit ahead of the curve. I'm not priding myself on it. I think it's super important that you guys buy what you like because these are not really like hyped up shoes or anything. And I actually bought them to resell them, but I ended up liking them so much I just kept them. So 5 years, I actually sold this for $330 and then I bought it back. I don't know how, but you feel me? Sometimes life works in my favor. Now that we got that out the way, I think I said to buy retail, below retail, try to get your items for as cheap as possible. When it comes to designer clothes, I will put you guys onto some sauce. You guys might think it's kind of crazy to do. I learned when you're buying like Balenciaga, like Gucci and Louis and stuff like that, just buy out of season. If something is coming out in 2025, 2024, just try to get your hands on stuff from like 2021, 2022. 2 years behind is a sweet spot for me. I think Balenciaga's 2022 stuff has been so like coveted that it hasn't really dropped in price that much. But all the other items, literally, I just sold my Balenciaga hoodie for like $300 and it was spring summer 21 collection. Like, they really drop in price. Unless you have a booster. Like most people that you see in super designer stuff like retail, like right out the gate, they either have a booster or they're just being financially irresponsible. Don't ever buy designer for retail. Like, I promise you, all that shit will drop in due time. You're just gonna have to have a little bit of patience. That's really what it is. Also, don't ever jump the gun when it comes to buying stuff. So I'll use this shoe again as an example since it's pretty accessible. The original Ray Guns are a grail of mine. They're this exact same shoe, but they're orange and yellow and it doesn't have the tie-dye, it doesn't have the white. So let's just say the original Ray Gun SB is $1,000. The tie-dye version is $200. I have $250 and I want a pair of Ray Gun SBs. I choose to buy Ray Gun tie-dye SBs for $200 because I can access it at that moment in time instead of saving up my money and buying that $1,000 shoe. You're gonna need a little bit of financial irresponsibility, but at the same time, you gotta understand, once you buy, let's say you do that 4 times, you just spent $1,000, the same amount of money on 4 shoes that you do not like. I mean, not you don't like, but you don't like as much as the actual shoe that you wanted. I think I said it once in a TikTok where I told somebody buying something for $150 and buying something for $400 is relatively the same thing. But people think like it's a crazy thing to think about. But if you wait 3 weeks And every time you get paid, you just save like an extra 100, an extra 150. You can buy a $400 item a lot more comfortably. But that's another thing I really wanted to touch on. Hopefully that was very cohesive. Sometimes I do go on tangents about clothes, which I personally am against, but if you guys like it, cool, you feel me? Another thing is to keep your clothes in good condition. Teach yourself how to upkeep clothes and keep them in great condition so that when you get tired of them, because a lot of the stuff in your closet, you're not gonna love forever. You're gonna find out, hey, I'm not really rocking with this anymore. I kind of evolved past this. It's not my style anymore. It's not my vibe. So you're gonna have to move past it. And keeping your items in really good condition is going to speed up that process and that feedback loop of you being able to buy, sell, recycle that wardrobe. That recycling wardrobe feedback loop is gonna be a lot faster. Another piece of advice that goes hand in hand with that is build a selling page or like a page where you have all of your items. So just in case, if you never want the items anymore, you can get rid of, so it's a lot easier. And once you build like a following of you buying and selling items, you're gonna be able to get rid of your clothes a lot faster than the average Joe who has to post an item on eBay, Depop, Grailed, Poshmark, and all those things. Make a quick Instagram account. You can name it whatever, and bro, the possibilities are literally endless. You'll go from like, hey, I just am posting clothes that I have in my closet on a page. I might get a really good deal for it. Someone might buy it for an extra $50, $60. Now I might make some money off it. There's just so much endless opportunities. You can make money from it. You can build connections. You can become a stylist from it. I swear to God, you can literally become a full-blown stylist from posting your items that's in your closet on Instagram. I'm not joking. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, just showcasing your items, I promise you, it'll go a lot farther than you think. Not saying that that's what you want to do I'm not telling you guys you should become a stylist. That's not what I'm telling you. But I'm just saying, when you put yourself out there, especially with the clothes and stuff that you have, given you have clothes to show, you'll definitely go a lot farther than you would have ever conceived in your life. Thrift, 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 thrift. You'll never know what you're gonna come across thrifting, buying secondhand, like, I can't stress that enough for you. It kind of feels like a given. I don't know why sometimes I overlook the basic things to tell you guys to do, but thrift, buy secondhand, try to get deals. I can give you guys more case specific scenarios. So like if you're buying retros, if you're buying like vintage Nike, buy used. So like I got a pair of metallic 5s in 2021 for like $150 on a Japanese proxy site. The toe box on the Jordan 5 does not crease at all. Like even if it does, it's one crease and it does not make your shoe look horrible. It's not like an Air Force One. You can get those super, super, super cheap. Retros have become a lot more accessible nowadays. Even shoes right now at this point in time is a lot more accessible than it was in the late 2010s and the early 2020s. Like it's skyrocketed. Now you can really get your hands on any shoe. And so I would tell all of you guys at the moment to just buy a bunch of shoes. Not saying to just be stupid and financially irresponsible and just buy stuff for the sake of buying it, but really look into shoes that you thought you wanted to get a couple years back but was too expensive. You can definitely grab it at a way more affordable price. Crazy because like I was on Grailed the other day and I seen a pair of Cactus Jack 6s for $250 in my size. I swear to God, a couple years back, I would not find any for under $550. It's just little things like that you have to really understand, because those Cactus Jack 6s, I promise you, will not be $250 in the next 2 to 3 years. They won't. And not even that, you can still be able to get your money back on those shoes when you don't want them anymore. Like you can sell them for $300, $325, $350 if you're lucky. You could probably clean them up and sell them for $500. I would just say to information gather as much as you can on the type of clothes that you want to buy. And that's really important. Just educate yourself, educate yourself, educate yourself. All of that is super important. With all that being said, I just want you guys to know that I'm a regular person just like you, especially when it comes to buying and attaining materialistic items. All of this stuff is really tangible. It's not something far-fetched, out of reach, bro. All it takes is a little bit of financial irresponsibility, but a lot of dedication, a lot of extra hours you might need to work. And I promise you, you will get exactly what you want when it comes to clothes in due time. I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen overnight, because nothing good comes overnight. Everything that lasts takes time. A timeless wardrobe takes time. You need to be very meticulous, very diligent in the items that you buy. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, rest of your week, rest of your night, and like always, until next time.